This is Concacaf Video Signals, a Tuesday, March 10th edition. Today on Video Signals, we'll focus on Concacaf Under-20 Championship action, where heavy pre-tournament favorite Mexico was eliminated last night by 10-man Canada. We'll also preview tonight's Group A matchups. Let's see what's happening around the Confederation, and finish our program with the always popular Concacaf quiz. We start with the Concacaf U20 Championship. In the second round of Group B matches last night, Canada stunned Mexico 2-0, eliminating El Tri from the competition with one game to go in the group, while table-toppers Trinidad and Tobago and Costa Rica settled for a goalless tie. Despite being forced down to 10 men early in the second half after Sean Psycho's ejection, Canada rallied to score 2 goals in a must-win game against Mexico. Randy Edwini Bonsu of the Vancouver Whitecaps scored both goals 6 minutes apart, while Adam Street posted the clean sheet at Marvin Lee Stadium in Macoya. The loss meant that Mexico will miss its third FIFA U20 tournament in its last 5 tries. Canada is seeking a 5th consecutive World Cup trip. In the nightcap, a capacity crowd of more than 4,000 watched host Trinidad and Tobago and Costa Rica tie 0-0. The result kept both teams atop the standings with 4 points each. The young Ticos played the last 37 minutes of the game with only 10 men following Jose Mena's ejection. Either a win or a draw against Mexico tomorrow or a Canada loss will ensure the Trinidadians a place in the World Cup. If Costa Rica ties or beats Canada, they will definitely go as well. Group play ends tomorrow when Costa Rica squares off against Canada and Trinidad battles Mexico. A quick look at the table confirms that Trinidad and Costa Rica hold the top spots, but Canada is not far behind. Group A play finishes today as Jamaica faces Honduras, followed by a matchup between the USA and El Salvador. The U.S. controls its own fate and can secure advancement as one of the top 2 teams in the group with a win or a tie against El Salvador. Before the U.S. kicks off, Jamaica and Honduras will play their final group game, and the match could have major implications for the Americans. If the game ends in a tie, the U.S. would also be able to advance with a loss to El Salvador. The Jamaicans are guaranteed to advance to the World Cup finals in Egypt later this year with a victory over the Hondurans. Now, let's take a trip around the Confederation. Forward Megan Rapinoe scored in the 21st minute to give the U.S. women's national team a 1-0 victory against Norway in the final group game for both teams at the 2009 Algarve Cup. The U.S. will face Sweden in the Cup final tomorrow at the Stadium Algarve in Faro, Portugal. Coming into the Norway game, the U.S. had already qualified for the championship match by virtue of earlier victories over Denmark and Iceland. The Americans posted shutouts in all 3 games. Mexico will take on Bolivia tomorrow night in a friendly at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado, USA. The 22-man Mexican roster includes 5 players from Club America and 4 from Concacaf Champions League semifinalist Cruz Azul. Mexico's San Luis returns to Copa Santander Libertadores play tonight when they face Universitario in Lima. Tomorrow, Chivas host Caracas FC. And that completes our brief trip around Concacaf. Now it is time for today's Concacaf quiz. Yesterday, we asked if you can name the country that won a CONCACAF Gold Cup title beside the U.S. and Mexico. Congratulations to all who emailed us the correct answer. Canada defeated Colombia 2-0 in the 2000 Gold Cup final. Jason Devas and Carlo Corazin scored for Canada that day. Today's question keeps us with the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Simply put, how many times have the USA and Mexico met in the final of the Gold Cup? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org before 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. Those who answer the question correctly will have their names placed into a weekly contest where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.